Hello again, here, friends. This is McProseph again, just checking in. We're wrapping up our Wednesday buffet day. Got 7 minutes left. Just going to give you a little bit of Robbie action, kind of let you see him. Looks like we ended up with 14.95 mil. I should get up to 9.5 here. And of course the document shown here. We started out with 14.65. We're about to end off with 14.95. So we got 300,000 experience this week. Definitely a lot lower than our goal. Definitely a lot lower than last week, even. But I'm starting to realize that the importance of having your shop items here, these average energy potions, make a huge difference. So that is what I've determined is the culprit as to why I sometimes have extremely high amounts of experience. I'm going to jump into this guy real quick so I don't waste some experience. Robbie's turned out to be very great. I do miss the ability to pick off with just one mana, but that is what it is. He's got quite a bit of a health pool, so he's been actually pretty good about tanking whenever Rolex needs to heal. Alright, so again, general rule of thumb, if the tank is below half health, bring in someone else. Let it heal. Alright, down to the boss. I'll let Robbie take one more hit. He's got a lot of health here. Alright, so bringing the hero. I have very little health, so I will probably only take one hit. So I was able to actually jump about 10 total difficulty levels in trials just from getting this guy. Oh my. Alright, so we'll bring in Rollies. Sometimes if you don't know who you have or have not used potions on, a good rule of thumb is simply to click it. They light up if you haven't used one. So I'm going to use a average on Rollies. Sometimes that's all I need, just to put a big amount of health up there. And if the boss doesn't pick me off here, I should be good to go. Should get some self-healing from accessory props. There we go. Nice. Alright, so I finally made it up to level 110. I'm now in the, what do they call it, tier 6? Yep, so tier 6. After today's max EXP day, I'm going to go full item find and start doing my trials and try to find the super legendary items in here. Rank 30 this week. Already got my 10k. It's actually pretty cool to be in the top 50, so you can then see how much you have to get to pass the next guy. So SSS1 is the guy basically right above us, and he's level 286, so that's pretty cool that we're neck and neck with this guy. Obviously he's not trying, but still pretty cool. The boss is about to run off, so let's see if we got to 9.5. Not quite. How much time we got? 3 minutes. Alright, let's see if we can knock out a quick dungeon here. Only got a couple energies, so we'll try to make it fast. I want to get the exactly 300k if I can. Sometimes when it comes down to the minute, like if you have 10 minutes or less on your buff and you still have energy, I still go for it just like this because it's energy wasted if you don't. While we're on autopilot here, I wanted to look at a couple of the links down here. So if you'll notice, I got the new player tips, easier cosmetic items, max XP. I go over some tips I use for Wednesday and other days. Max hyper shards. I did a review of the major item find scroll here recently, and I think I found 3 hyper shards in 1 week last week. Top 100 gauntlet tips. I just go through gauntlet and trials and give you some pointers. And last night I had a legendary familiar bug, and that's an interesting video. I actually wound up emailing the devs, and Risha was able to help me within 10 minutes and resolve the problem. Basically, I encountered Gabi. I had the gems to buy him, and he just wasn't joining my team. I don't know what that was about, but they're very professional and got it done very quick. All I ask you guys is, if you get the chance, to share that new player series in chat to any new player that starts talking in chat. Because what you'll notice a lot of the times, if you're in there, is someone at low level will ask a decent question. For example, how do I get more energy? And you'll see 10 different answers of people just being a typical gamer, I guess, just giving a ridiculous answer. But it just doesn't help them, and it can definitely drive them away. Because here's the thing, if somebody is just joking and they give 5 different answers, I mean, which one is the player supposed to know to take serious? So, I don't know. I just like to share the video and help people out as much as we can. Alright, so we're just going to say this is a 5 and say this isn't even 300k. It's technically 300 or 299. Okay. I got another Terra's Reach a few minutes ago, so that's another hyper shard. My next upgrade is going to be upgrading the specs to the last little slot here. And you get 23 stats from that. But farming 4 hyper shards is ridiculous. It takes so long. But I've actually focused on experience all the way to level 162, and just now I'm starting to take item find serious. So for those that are constantly after the shiny items, I want to let you know that I got a full Raid 2 set prior to even attempting to really seek them out. You can see I have the helm here, I have the chest, I believe that's from Trials actually. And got the weapon ready to go, got the ring, and got the offhand. So I'm fully decked out. I simply now have to start farming shards. But here's the thing, I'm starting to farm them at level 162 versus 100-ish when you can first start even doing Raid 2 with a crap team with that. So my recommendation, stay in Raid 1 until you are capable of doing whatever you want to do in Raid 2. If you're doing Raid 2 hard mode, and this is another tip I want to throw out there too. As far as the raids, when you go to summon, make sure before you click whatever difficulty and go in, that you always have your item find ruins in the slot. Because one thing I've actually figured out is if it's in the slot and you start your raid, that determines what spawns on the floor, to include the hyper shards that are randomly there. So what I do is, today was experience day, so I put in my item find ruins, I would start the raid, and as soon as I walked into the raid, I would put my experience ruins in, because the floor is already spawned, and then I would kill the minions. So that worked out really well. Alright guys, if you guys have any questions, please continue to friend me. I do keep this pretty clear every single day. I'm constantly getting rid of people and making room for you guys to ask more questions. And as you guys ask the questions, I will continue to pump out the videos. And that's about it. So 300K this week. Let me know what you guys got. And best of luck, gents. Best of luck. So 50% capture rate today. Might try for Azeroth again. Alright, enjoy guys. Take care. McProseph out.